Alrighty, we're going to get cracking into it, guys. Welcome, 2nd of June, winter. We have a guest speaker today. Kimberly's been kind enough to join us on our group Q&A. Now, what we're going to do, guys, is, and this is for anyone that jumps on, first 10 minutes of the group Q&A, I want to allocate purely to the email on Monday, questions about the price increase, anything that is uncertain. I want to allocate the first 10 minutes purely on that email because there was a lot to go through. And I think when people watch it online later, they'll find value from that Q&A. So shoot away, Melissa.
All right. All right. So, for the price increase, I think three questions here. So I'll
Yes.
just ask one first.
Go.
Well,
No,
one
no, ask
first.
them all.
Ask them all. Okay. So first, there in the price increase letter to parents, I just noticed that the new module mentioned there is supposed to be on term 4, but if I can remember it right, the new module starts term 3. So maybe that's just something that we need to consider or edit somewhere.
Yeah,
And
just edit that one to include term 3. The price
okay,
increase comes into effect in term 4. The new model
okay,
comes in term 3, but it's an editable document. So just
okay,
edit
okay.
that.
Okay. And regarding that one, that letter, it's not like we can use it just as a guide, right? Like we can also like use our own tone and
Of
words
course.
when we write our letters to parents.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Sure.
And then my third question is the merchant fee removal. It's very clear there that it will be removed already completely. But my question is that who well, like, are we going to shoulder it, or merchant fees as well? Like merchants will not, or businesses will not also pay any more merchant fees. I didn't see, like, I didn't read it somewhere. Like, is it completely removed or somebody will shoulder it?
Yeah. So good question.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as of October 1,
Mm-hmm.
you're not allowed to charge a merchant
Merchant
fee to
fee.
a
Yeah.
customer. So at the moment, it's 2%, and we pass over that
Yeah.
2%
Yeah.
to
To the
Stripe,
customer.
and the parent pays that 2% fee. Now, once that gets abolished, what that would mean is each franchisee has to eat the merchant fee. Hence why we've bumped up our prices, I think, to 215 and 205, because we now have to wear the cost of the merchant fee. Now, there is a catch 22, but it's a little bit unclear. The government has said that the interchange fees are going to be reduced, meaning Stripe gives money to Commonwealth Bank, to NAB, for all of those banks that use it. They pay them the money. What they are saying is that those banks have to reduce their fees as well, which means Stripe has to lower down their fees. So Stripe has a
Okay.
merchant fee. Stripe has to lower
And
their merchant fee. However, that's not guaranteed that Stripe is going to lower their merchant fee. But what is guaranteed is after October 1, we are not allowed to charge merchant fees. If we stripe a merchant fee, the business owner slash franchisee, we have to pay that. It
cover.
comes out of our pocket. Hence why we got the price increase. Yeah.
Okay, noted. Also, you're lagging again, video and audio. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I've got hotspot on. Okay. Yeah. I'll slow down a bit when I'm talking. Did you
Okay.
catch me there,
Yeah,
Melissa?
but yeah, I did get your answer. Thank you for clarifying that, just so we can also prepare for it. Because because I thought it will be like removed completely, but as expected, the businesses and the merchants will be the one to cover that. So yep. And then my last question will be just for the what do you call it, equipment, or like the price increase also for the training kits and medals. I have no like concerns for the training kits, because I saw that there's also a price increase for the training kit, which will, I mean, hopefully, I calculated it. I think the gross profit will still be there, so I think that shouldn't be a problem. But just for the medals, I just do have a question about that, because since it's it's cogs. I mean, it's cost. It's not. We're not really earning from the medals, right? Like, it's like, is there? Will it be like the standard, like the constant thing that we will give out to the kids, or are we exploring, like, as a network, as a company, like other options as well, like cheaper options, or are we looking at like removing it in the future, or just doing certificates or something like that? Like, do we have other options as well aside from just the medals? Because it's just really, for me, to be honest, it's going to be really expensive in the expense aspect, especially when we order
Yeah,
it, like, yeah, yeah. And like additional, I think,
of course. No,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I,
Go
I,
get,
I,
okay, go ahead.
I totally get what you're saying. So with the medals, we're making it, it's still going to be mandatory. Each child that completes the program gets a medal and certificate. That's got to stay because that's part of our foundation. If anything does change, of course, we can always explore it in the future. The reason why the medal cost has gone up is a lot of our international costs have also gone up and lifted, hence why there is a small increase. But at this stage, Melissa, for the term program only, medals and certificates is part of it. So that's going to stay. But in the future, if anything does change, I'll let you know. And if we can negotiate a better price with our supplier, of course, I'll put that in an email. And we're always looking at negotiating prices. It's just with everything happening internationally, everything going on, a lot of the prices have lifted. But of course, we'll always fight for better prices when we can.
All right,
Good.
thank you,
Yeah.
appreciate that, Emil. That's all for me today for my questions. Thank you.
You're welcome, Melissa. Welcome, May. Welcome, Luby. Welcome, Charles. I've got 4 more minutes. I'd love to take any questions about the new pricing model, guys. If anyone's got any questions about that for the next 4 minutes, please come off mute.
Hi everyone, Charles here.
Hey,
So
Charles.
quick one going back to the merchant fee. So you know how we decided to jump the gun to increase ours to 215 for term three?
Yeah.
Will merchant fees be charged for term three on that 215?
Term 3R, not term 4.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. All these changes. God bless the government. LBB, Penrith, Mount Druitt. May, any questions about specifically the price increase? I'm sure if you've got one, the other franchisees that listen to the video would love to hear it. I might do 3 more minutes on anything with the
Um,
price.
no, not for me, but I do share the same concern as Melissa with the medals. It is a big chunk of expense where we don't get any profit. So with uniforms, we get a cut. With basketball, we get a cut, but with the medals, it's purely expense. So it is a concern, that's all, especially if you've got, if you don't have that much numbers. And another thing as well, I brought this up some time ago. I don't know if this is the correct forum, but the kids are getting bored with the medals. They're exactly the same every term.
Mm.
They look at it and they go, oh, it's the next one. There's nothing to differentiate term one to term two to term three to term four, not even ones that have completed a full term or foundation members. There's nothing to differentiate at all. So for them, they see it, it's the same thing. It goes to the same pile. And I'm open for any suggestion. So I've been thinking and I'm thinking, I haven't come up with anything.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I understand. Look, I get the medals. There's no margins made on the medals. It's something that's got to get baked in when you're calculating your gross profit, on the P&L calculator and you count how many kids there are. It's something that gets baked in like the certificates. I understand the certificates are cheaper, but that's something that gets baked in when you're calculating your gross margins. Look, we have looked at alternative options with 1 year medals. That suggestion has been thrown around a couple of times. I'm going to be honest with you. We're probably not going to go down there again
Yeah.
purely because we tried it. We ordered a whole bunch of them. It cost us a lot of money because you have to order bulk units when you're doing this stuff. And one franchisee took advantage of the 1 year medals, which, yeah, we had a boatload of them and they just stayed there collecting dust. So
Yeah.
I get the frustration. The kids, some of our kids, they walk in, they've got 10 of them around their neck like they're wearing gold chains with the
Yeah.
medals, some of our members. But yeah, if anything
Yeah,
does change,
I was just thinking more like a, like a like a more for it to be more valuable for them. So when they get it, they go, "Oh, look at this
Yeah,
new medal," you know.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. It's a good point. It's a good point. Look, we're always looking at refining the process. But for now, medal and certificate, bake it into your P&L when you're calculating the gross margins. If anything changes, guys, we will let you know. We're always looking at things to excite the kids
yeah,
at the end of the term, but they just got to be scalable. They need to be
yeah,
something that's scalable. But yes, we are aware, and thank you for that suggestion, mate.
no worries. Thank you.
Charles.
Um, just the decision to not increase the daycare price. Any thoughts on that, or you just chose certain elements to
Yeah,
increase?
good question. We looked at the daycare price and we looked at what other competitors are charging. And we're quite on the higher end for the daycare program, Charles. 125 for 10 weeks. It's $12.50 for a 30-minute class. We noticed a lot of competitors are doing $100 for 10 weeks, and some are even doing less at like $5 to $8. So
Okay.
when we looked at our daycare pricing model, and also considering that the gross margins are a lot higher in the daycare program because you've only got one coach and you've got no court hire fees, and you've got no certificate costs, we kept the daycare one at the same.
Well, technically, you have to pay a coach an allowance because it's out of the normal term program roster.
Yeah, you may have to pay an allowance, but it's definitely cheaper than having court hire plus two coaches. But of course, if you want to elevate your cost, you're allowed to.
Yeah, you're
Remember,
right. You're right. Yep,
the
that's the
rule,
minimum.
the
Gotcha.
policy is you can charge above,
Yeah.
but you cannot charge below, because if you charge below, parents are just going to go pick the cheapest one, and it'll become an internal pricing war between the franchisees.
Mm. It's just our flyers say 125 for 10 weeks, but it's all good. We'll deal
You can
with
always
that.
edit it. Yeah,
Yeah.
always edit it. Cool. All right, guys. That was 11 minutes on the pricing. Thank you so much for bringing those questions to the table. Welcome, Carla. Now let's do a group Q&A about anything else outside of the pricing. Come off mute. Shoot away.
Okay, Emil, just to follow up on the regarding the medals. So as
Yes.
you've mentioned, the medals and certificates will stay every term.
Yes.
Maybe just a suggestion if we could make a different designs per term, maybe
For the certificates or for the medals?
for the medals, because as Maya has mentioned that they're getting bored with the same medals every term.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
That's a good
maybe
suggestion.
that could be an option because as you've mentioned, medals will stay every term.
Yeah.
That could be an option.
Okay. That's a good suggestion. We might look at, because we order them in batches of 10,000. So what we might look at doing is next time we place our next extremely
Yeah.
large order, we might look at changing the design. I don't want you to quote me. Emil said he was going to change it, but I'll take it under. We'll take it under advisement, and we'll see next time when we make our big batch if we can look at modifying the design. And it looks like Gold Coast has got their hand up.
I just remembered when my son was in the Little Kickers program, they do give instead of medals like
Badges.
badges. Yeah, because
Yeah, I've
I
seen
just
the badges.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if it's cheap or not, but if let's say we explore other options outside medals, maybe we can look at like recognizing, because I remember the badges has meaning, like for
Yeah.
example the leadership skill or the kicking or what, so we can also maybe come up with that, like something that they can really value what they have improved on, like
Yeah.
either in the behavior or the skill, and then maybe not a medal, or I don't know. So
Yeah.
a cheaper option. Yeah, just a suggestion. I just remembered all of a sudden, and
Yeah.
maybe something worth to look at in the future.
No, I appreciate it, Melissa. I'm
Mm.
aware. Little Kickers, I've seen it
Yeah.
before. They got the badges and
Mm.
they put a star there. Cool. All right. We got Carla off mute.
I was just going to say it's very reminiscent of like a Boy Scout, Girl
Yeah.
Scout, where
Yeah.
they had the thing around their like a bandana around their
Yeah.
and they would have badges there.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask though, there are some kids in my classes who are really high achievers and don't miss a class and so enthusiastic. And I, sorry, I'm losing my voice.
That's all right.
And I want to award them with something extra, not to make the others feel bad, but for the others to lift their game.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know how you felt about that, because we're also reaching our 1 year mark in July and the start of term 3. And I wanted to encourage the children to to have, okay, I don't want to miss the class. I want to be on time for class, or I want to, do those things. How do you feel about me doing something like that?
Yeah, you've got a lot of latitude around that, Carla. And just to give you a couple of ideas to get the juices flowing, the first one is if you're coming up to 1 year as a franchise anniversary, Lito and Luby did a 1 year anniversary for Penrith. They booked out the court and they did, I think it was the Boomers Fest, and it was an unbelievable event. There was games, there was competition, there was skills, there was prizes, and they did that to celebrate their 1 year milestone. And I think they made it for their members. That is a really, really good thing if you want to reward some of your members. And the other thing is, I might let Charles speak for himself on this one because he mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. Charles does unique awards like MVP at the end of the term. You might want to do an award like Mr. or Mrs. Consistent. They've come 8 weeks straight and they haven't missed a class. And that actually worked well. But Charles, you got your hand up. I might let you elaborate on that.
Yeah, if I could stand on that, Carla, we introduced 4 categories. One was, we don't call it MVP, it's called most promising player.
Yeah.
It's like an MVP, but I explained in front of a group format at the end of week 8. It's someone who you see potential going from mini boomer to little boomer going up to mighty boomer. And then if it's a mighty boomer, potentially going to high school competition basketball. Next category was most promising, most improved. And third one was sportsmanship award. And then fourth one was defensive player for mighty boomers only. So I noticed when we did that in term 4 last term, term 1, I noticed the kids, some of them came up to me and says, I want to win that. So they're already committing to coming back. You're kind of upselling the next term.
Yeah.
And these kids have an incentive. It's a little bit of competition, but I notice a bit of oomph in the players, so to speak. It's worked for us. It may not work in your territory, but maybe that's a suggestion.
Yeah, I have very similar categories there, but I just wanted to see how the general consensus is. Like, another, like, I don't want them to compare like, oh, they don't do it, the other franchisee doesn't do it this way, and all these sorts of things. And I just wanted to know what our boundaries are. I didn't want to cross any boundaries. That's why I
No,
needed to
you've
ask.
got that
Yeah.
latitude. Yeah, you've got that
Okay.
latitude. As long as everything else is consistent in the program. The 8 weeks.
Yeah.
You've got the 1 hour class, medal certificate. As long as all that is consistent. If you want to chuck in a couple of categories for special awards, by all means. Obviously, just be prepared that there might be some crying kids at the end of the term that didn't get the award. But hey, that's
I was
life.
really scared of that, Emil. But I didn't see any parent coming up to me saying, "Oh, you're not, there was no competition with other kids. If anything, they liked it. You could see it.
Yeah.
You could see it in their eyes. They didn't get
Good.
it.
Oh, well, you got to pack a thick-skinned kids there then.
Yeah, we want quality kids if they really, if they're gonna leave, but yeah, and all we did was print smaller certificates. I think it was A4 in half.
Yeah.
Thicker paper, get a design somewhere online. I can message it to you, Carla, what we did, what it looks like.
Yeah.
And it's really awesome. You give it with the main certificate and then the second certificate.
Yeah, I made it smaller so that they can stick it on the fridge.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I took a risk and it paid out now. It worked in our territory, so it may not work in yours. It's up to you guys.
I'm
how
not
you
going to
wanna
know
do
if
it.
we don't give it a try. I just wanted to.
I mentioned it to Emil. It was a bit risky that some kids will feel isolated. I'm
But
not
that's
good
life,
enough.
right? No,
Yeah,
but
you
that's
want to teach
live. We're
his kids
teaching
that.
them these things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's Carla summed that well. That's life. You know, when you get into the workforce, you don't get a participation award. You know, those that put in extra efforts get. Anyways, but yeah, that is
It's worked for us, so hope it works for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Thank you.
No worries. Okay, who wants to come off mute next, guys? Come on now. This is
Yeah.
group Q&A. Everyone says, I got this question. Can you send it? This is a platform, ladies and gentlemen. This is the platform. You know, I don't understand why more people don't come. Maybe they're busy. But anyways, this is the
Okay.
platform. Go for
I
it.
have a question. I
Yes,
just
Ruby.
want to bring up the uniform issue as well, the training kits, the ordering.
Yes.
I know this has been discussed in a few Q&As before, but then we're just letting you know what's really happening. So before I did my order recently, I had a training kit inventory, and some of the training kits are like there's just one top remaining, one top the jersey, and I have 10 shorts for that particular size. That's what happens when because some parents, if they order a five, if they order a seven, the top fits but the shorts is too big for the child, then we have to give them size five. That's what
So
happens
is
when,
is
yeah,
a problem you're having not the suppliers not fulfilling the order, it's that
it's
the jersey and shorts you got mismatched? Is that what it
yeah,
is?
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why uh other sizes is the same, like it they don't match, like three top, three jerseys, and nine shorts. But then when we do the ordering, we have to order in a set. So what's gonna happen is when we order 10 sets, then the inventory will be like still the same, more shorts than the top.
I
And
get
it's
what you're
gonna
saying.
happen, yeah, again and
Yeah.
again and again. So just I remember you had a suggestion that we can contact other franchises about that.
Yes.
Yeah, but then if the head office can help us with this problem, that would be much appreciated, because before we can order, separate shorts, separate top.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing before, but then it has been changed. So just if you could help us please on this matter.
How would you like head office to help you, Libby?
Thank you. If we can go back to the
Uh,
if we can go back to the normal ordering as before, that we can order, like we can order separate shorts, separate, like different number, like 10 shorts and 5 tops, not not the set.
Just
And
for a
this
one-off,
goes
Luby, or
for the coach's uniform as well.
is this just for a
Okay.
one-off, Luby?
Pardon?
Like a one-off, just to fulfill the gaps, or
No, not to fulfill the gaps, but like, yeah, future orderings.
Okay. What I see what the problem is. What I'll get you to do, Luby, is with that type of feedback, can you get it all on an email and address it to Kimberly?
Yep.
I can't promise you that. I don't want to mislead you and say to you right now that we're going to go back to the old system
Yep.
and say, hey, we're going to go back to this, because
Yep.
the agreement we've got with our supplier is we do order them in sets. But put everything into an email and address it to Kimberly, and we'll see what we can do. I can't, again, just because people are going to watch it. I don't want to mislead. I can't promise we're going to go back into the old system, but we can look at that feedback and see what we can do. And in the meantime, if there's any franchisee that is willing to help Luby, in the meantime, help her kind of work out this mismatch that she has, it'll be very helpful. If anyone's got some spare stock floating around, please do reach out to Luby. Okay? Cool. We've got 5 more minutes, team. Gold Coast came off
Yeah.
mute. Go for
Yeah,
it, Melissa.
just to add on that, I think, because I think it's not really like I think that the sizing is where the probably the issue is coming from, because I do have some of those parents as well, but sometimes when I explain to them that it's a set, some parents understand, but some a few I just let go also, but they do like say that the top fits but the bottom is too big. So if
Yeah.
there is like maybe an issue with the sizing, like if the supplier is probably forcing you to get the sets, maybe they can just improve on their sizing guide, on how they manufacture the shorts
So
or
if
the
every piece of short went down, for example, 2-3 centimeters, you're saying
Ye-
that might be
yeah,
you're saying that the top fits well, but the shorts is always
yeah, most of the time, yep, yeah.
okay.
So
That's
so maybe
interesting.
they just maybe just the supplier or the manufacturers can just improve on the sizing as well, especially if they will ask us to order the sets. Maybe they
Yeah.
can, I don't know, research on the sizing.
If
I don't know.
if
Yeah.
if the shorts are always bigger, that might be an avenue where we can reduce it. Melissa, if you don't mind, when you can this week, if you can shoot that email to Kimberly,
Mm-hmm.
we can have a chat to the supplier and see, and see if we can look at reducing the size of the
Mm-hmm.
shorts across all the sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys, does anybody else find that the jersey tends to fit, but the shorts is always bigger?
Yes, yes.
Carla, yeah, okay. All right, maybe
I've
that's
done the whole rolling up, rolling, tie
yeah.
rolling.
Okay,
Same,
okay.
same for me. Same.
Yeah, same for you. Okay, so short
Just a
jersey,
tad. It's not the waist, it's the length.
the length.
In
Okay.
particular, the mini, it sometimes it's almost up to their ankles.
Yeah. Specific. So is it more so for the mini boomers, or is it across the board, the bigger
Mini
shorts?
littles, mini
Mini and
littles.
Minis,
little.
littles. Okay.
Yeah.
Minis, littles, mighties tend to fit. Okay. All right, Melissa, if you can chuck it all on an email, nice, simple, and clear, address it to Kimberly, and
Sure.
we'll see. We'll have a chat to the supplier, see if this conversation
Yeah.
can spark
Yeah. Yeah.
from there. Cool. All right.
Sorry, do you have
226. One more question.
One more.
Yes, Carla.
The coaches' uniforms for the winter, if if ever you can look at a material that has a bit more, because my coaches, they crouch down, they get to the kids levels, and it's splitting in the
It's what?
bum area.
Splitting.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it's yeah, it doesn't have the pants, they don't have much stretch to them. So,
yeah.
or they're constantly pulling their pants up. But I had to replace my senior coach's pants because it split. When he crouched down to talk to the kids, it split. And there's not much elasticity in the pants. And also with the shorts, they find it a bit see-through and short, the coaches.
We did
And
make it thicker recently in the last 3 months. We did make it a thicker material for the shorts because we did get that feedback.
they find that the pockets, they love the pockets, but because it's a zipper pocket now, I think. But the length,
Okay.
because I purchased them like those tights, those bike tights, or those
Yeah.
compression tights to put under the shorts to remedy that. But
Yeah.
just if you're looking, those are the two comments from my coaches with regards to the coach uniform, the winter
Okay,
uniform
cool.
at least.
Cool.
Yeah.
I get it. Carla, can you again chuck it all on an email? Send it to Kimberly. Of course, guys, it doesn't mean all of this is going to get done. We're going to look into it because I just don't want to promise anything. Yep, we'll do this. Yep, we'll get the 1 year medal. Yep, we'll do this. We'll do. Otherwise, we'll have a gazillion gazillion changes that we're working through. But please do put it on an email. We can bring it up to our supplier and see what we can do. But that's useful feedback. Thank you, Carla.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before we wrap up, Kimberly's got one thing. Go for it, Kimberly.
Wait, from a compliance perspective, I just want to let you know that I've updated the employment contracts on the Franchise Resource Centre, and I've also
I can't hear you
included-
very well. Sorry,
Speak to the
Kim.
mic. Speak into the mic.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, perfect. Thank
Okay,
you.
perfect. I just want to let you know, as of today, I've updated the employment contract on the Franchise Resource Centre. So just have a quick look. There has been some changes and it covers us more broadly from a compliance perspective. And I've also added in a fair work statement and the casual employment statement there. So what I would suggest is just reviewing that. And from a Canterbury Bankstown perspective, we are resubmitting these contracts to our coaches. So just
You're issuing a new contract for all. Okay.
that's
Okay.
correct. Yes.
Okay,
All
cool.
right.
Thank
If you
you.
have any questions, please call me or let me know.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for the update, Kimberly. Last thing from me, guys, and this is more so a reminder, then we're going to wrap it up. Don't forget, next week we've got our cybersecurity workshop. Please make sure you guys pencil it in. We have made this mandatory purely because of the incident that happened a month ago. So we're tracking attendance. Please lock it in. I'll be going there as well because I'd love to learn a thing or two about cybersecurity, especially now, because even in my personal inbox, I'm getting flooded with all of this spam and all of this phishing and everything. And I think with AI, cybersecurity has gotten worse, as in the phishing emails and all that stuff has gotten better with AI. So please pencil that in. Other than that, guys, we're wrapping it up for today. Happy 2nd of June. Happy winter. Thank you again for jumping on. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see many beautiful faces next Tuesday at 2 p.m.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye, everyone.
God bless
Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.